Liam Gallagher and John Squire's album is now 3 months old. When I first reviewed it, I wasn't actually that keen. But in this video, I'm going to talk about why this has really grown on me and why I actually think it's a pretty strong album that is going to stand the test of time. I still think there are pluses and negatives to this album. When I first reviewed it, I said I'm not keen on blues. And naturally I'm not. But it has grown on me. I've really got used to John Squire's jamming out on this album, and I actually think a lot of the riffs are fantastic and great. There are a few moments where it's a little bit overindulgent, I must say, but overall I really like the guitar playing on here. I think it's exciting, I think it's fresh, I think it's fun, I think it's gritty, I think it's everything we're not hearing in rock music, and surely that's a good thing, just to stand out. I think Liam sounds especially re-energized on here. I know a lot of people have criticised his modern voice, but I feel like on this album, and I'll get into it, he's kind of found a way to change up his voice for the modern era and to kind of still be a rock star but not have to strain himself so much. I actually think his voice is really good on here, and I think it's an album that doesn't straight away grab you, and I actually think that's a good thing. When I first reviewed it, I was just after I'd heard it a few times, but I feel like this album grows on you, and I think those are the best kind of albums. Let's listen to Frank Skinner telling Noel Gallagher back in 2017 about Who Built the Moon, and I really agree with him that albums, when they grow on you, they're better.
Like you, but with albums, they're a bit like people. If I like someone instantly, I've often gone off them in 3 months. Whereas with an album, if it grows organically on me, it tends to stick there.
Yeah, I agree.
Funny that he was talking to Noel there, and now I'm talking about Liam and John's album, that it really grows on you. But, you know, it's the same idea, isn't it? There are still some negatives. When I first reviewed this, I honestly thought, genuinely, that Liam Gallagher wrote the lyrics. He didn't. It's John Squire who wrote the lyrics on this album. So he wrote basically everything. Now, I do think the lyrics are a little weak on this, and Liam Gallagher's always been criticised for weak lyrics, but I actually think that while he can have weak lyrics, there's sometimes a little gem in there, a little bit of good wordplay, and you're like, oh, that's pretty good, that's pretty meaningful. He's not as good writing lyrics as Noel, obviously, but I think he's better than John Squire. I don't think John Squire is especially great with the lyrics on this album. I feel like the lyrics might be one of the main flaws of the album. They prevent it from kind of getting over solid. You know, I think some songs are solid and the lyrics just prevent them from becoming great. But there are great songs on here, you know. Raise Your Hands is such a great opener, and it's one of the best songs I've heard in years. I love how breezy and bouncy and lively and fun it is, you know. I love how there's a little bit of grit to the playing behind it. I like the riffs. But it's all about fun on this. It's kind of like a version of a Noel Gallagher song, such as We're Gonna Get There in the End. It kind of sounds a bit like that for me. And this is Liam able to do his rock star shtick, his positive, uplifting, raise your fist in the air rock star stuff without really straining, without being overly aggressive. And I feel like Liam is finding that on this album. He's finding a new way of still filling stadiums, but he can be more chilled out of his voice, more reserved, but just a sing-along. Like, this is still a rock song, but it's kind of a laid-back rock song, but it doesn't feel less rocky. I feel like that's the thing. Liam's really finding this good middle ground where he's not doing his voice in. The lyrics are a bit cheesy on Raise Your Hands, and I've said, obviously, the lyrics are a problem, but I feel like they work on this song, because it really is just a cheesy, feel-good song, and that's what you sometimes want. That's what Liam Gallagher's great at. He's great at making you feel good about yourself through his songs. So it's a good, uplifting, catchy song. I'm a Wheel is a blast. Again, when I first heard it, I'm not a big blues fan, but I'm going to probably get more into blues, because you know what? This really creeped up on me. I like the gritty, bluesy, slow pace of the verses. I like how it's kind of dirty and mysterious and weird and trippy and hippie. And I feel like when I saw them play it on TV, the song really came alive for me. I feel like that chorus really, you know, the verses are very gritty, very direct and very blunt. When that chorus comes in, it becomes more of a swaying song and a nice, fun, chirpy, kind of hippie, druggy, and, you know, kind of 70s sounding song. I love it. And I like the lyrics on it. I'll praise the lyrics. I'm a wheel, I keep turning, fire, I keep burning. I like the kind of odd imagery that this song conjures up. I like how it's pretty random. And I like how Liam delivers it. Liam's got a very hypnotising vocal on here. Just Another Rainbow is another song I feel like has got even better. This is one of the songs which I really liked when I first heard it. I feel like there's an immediacy to the song. I feel like it really, really grabs you. It's kind of a slap in the face because it's unlike anything you're hearing in music now. It's a return to psychedelic, almost the Standing on the Shoulders of Giants era Oasis, dipped in some blues. And Liam's voice always sounds fantastic on psychedelic stuff. And it does on Just Another Rainbow. I really like the vocal melody. I do. I feel like the lyrics are a bit weak on here. When he starts listing, the colours of the rainbow, that's really dodgy, rubbish stuff. But overall, it's a decent song. It's kind of got this spacey, odd sort of feel to it. And then it goes into this really jamming out blues guitar on it, and the riffs are good. The riffs are great. They go under your skin. They make you feel good. They make you captivated. Love You Forever is a song that has really grown on me. Now, I love the kind of snidey, horrible lyrics on this. John Squire has really written well for Liam Gallagher here. When he says, growing old disgracefully, I've got time, so much younger than I used to be. Like, it's like so F you. It's like so like I'm 50, I'm still going to say this stuff. Like, I love that. I love the rebellious nature of this song. And I love how it doesn't have to be a really fast-paced rock song with Liam straining. He still sounds cool. He sounds, full of swagger and full of energy, even though it's a slow tempo sort of song. It's got a real jamming out riff on this, pure rock and roll grit. And you know what? It feels really cinematic to me, this song. I've always got images and visuals in my head of a film. It just feels very, very cinematic, this song. The chorus lyrics are a bit poor, because obviously we've had Liam with some cool, snidey in your face lyrics in the verse, and then the chorus is just, I love you forever and ever, nothing's going to change my mind. Seems really random what he's talking about in the verses to what he's talking about in the chorus. I feel like one of the problems of this album is the subject matter of the lyrics is really random. Like, the verse is about one thing, then the chorus is about something else. But in a way, it does kind of help the trippiness and the spontaneity that they're trying to create on this album. You do get the feeling this is just two friends jamming out, for better or for worse. Sometimes it really works, sometimes it doesn't. You're Not the Only One. This is another song I did like when I first heard it, and it's only grown on me. I love the kind of electrifying guitar and piano team up on this. I love the tension that's created. But the lyric is very comforting. It's just someone telling another person, you're not the only one who feels like this. That's a really nice sentiment, and I like that. And it's very simple, and it's very universal. But I love how you kind of feel rock and roll energy on this song, without, again, going really fast paced. But it's really kind of jittery and jumpy and celebrity swagger and extravagance because of that guitar and piano team up, which is fantastic. And it just feels like a real wall of sounds, this song. It really makes me smile whenever I hear it, because it's a line you want to hear when you're feeling down. It's about putting someone else up and letting them know they're not alone. I'm So Bored has also really grown on me. I didn't get bored of it. That was terrible. But anyways, I'm So Bored. I love the dismissive nature on it. I love how John Squire's just written lyrics of, I'm bored of this, I'm bored of that, I'm bored of you, I'm bored of life, I'm bored of, work, strikes, bosses, you, me, I'm bored of everything. And I like that. Kind of a snidiness, dismissive, disaffected feeling to this, disillusionment, delivered in this chirpy little punky song. So it's got a lot of personality, this song, and I think Liam Gallagher is perfect for it. The highlight of the album, even approaching the level of Raise Your Hands, might be Mother Nature's song. I love this. This is just pure. I'm baffled that Liam Gallagher didn't write this, because it feels like he's always trying to write John Lennon, isn't he? Over and over again. This is it again. It's another hippie John Lennon type song. Those are obviously written by John Squire, but Liam are really gentle, really soothing, really down to earth, really hippie, really chilled out vocal on here. It's very innocent, this song. It's just talking about normal things, about having a drink, about going outside and appreciating nature. But you could say it's cheesy, but we're used to Liam doing this sort of stuff, so let him indulge in his inner John Lennon. I feel like John Squire probably wrote this to give him that inner John Lennon moment. And you know, it does conjure up feelings of nature on this song. It feels very airy and full of wonder and full of taking in that air and full of appreciation. And I feel like the gentle vocal really carries through of Liam Gallagher. I feel like when he's singing Listen to Mother Nature's song, it feels earnest, it feels real. You know, it doesn't feel like he's just saying this to be cheesy. He really does feel these things. Very, very strong song, very, very good chorus, very hypnotizing and sweet. And you can see people all in unison singing this, and that's what you want from a Liam Gallagher track. So this album has really, really grown on me, and I'm really, really happy to say that, because you know what? I wasn't keen on Come On You Know, the album before this. And I feel like Liam needed something to reinvigorate himself. And I was disappointed. But now, the more I listen to it, this is that. This is that reinvigoration he needs. I'd love to hear Liam Gallagher and John Squire do another record. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think. Has it grown on you in these last 3 months? Do you like it more? Do you like it less? Who knows? And please consider subscribing if you'd love to talk about Oasis and British rock. And I'll see you guys in the next video.